Hello and welcome to this setup tutorial for the board game Terraforming Mars. If you'd also like to know how to play this, then I have a separate video for that. First, let's get it ready for launch. Start by placing the game board in the middle of all players. Then you have these three white cubes. One of them goes on the lowest space of this oxygen track. Another one goes on the lowest space for this temperature track. And the last one can be placed on the lowest space of the scoring track here. This counts as a round marker. There's one more thing to go on the board, and that's this stack of ocean tiles. These blue ones. Get every single one of them, stack them up, and place them here. Now let's put some stuff next to the board. Make some supplies. Let's start with the resources. You've got these little copper cubes. They count as one resource. There are also these silver cubes, slightly bigger. They are 5 resources. And the biggest cubes are the golden ones. They are 10 resources. You can also make a supply of tiles that will go on the board. There are these random ones. They're double-sided, trees on one side and a city on the other side. Place those next to the board. And some special tiles that look different, these ones. You probably won't use all of them, but they still should be out on the table. There's one more thing, but before we get to that, let's get out everything for the players. Every person gets one of these player mats. They're all the same. And now, pick a color. I'll choose yellow, so I take all these yellow cubes. Keep them as a supply next to your own player board. Put one of your cubes on space 20 of the scoring track, here. Everyone starts at 20. And then put one cube on each number 1 of your own player mat. So my yellow cube on the one of this money track, one on here and here, one on the plant track, energy and heat. Every cube is on the number 1. You also get some starting resources. That's what you have these cards for. If you're playing it for the first time, then use the basic card. That'll give you some money to spend, and that's it. But if you're more familiar with the game, you can use these other cards that also give you starting resources, but also a special ability that counts for the whole game. Shuffle this deck and give 2 to each player face down. You have to pick one and return the other, but before you make your decision, you can get some of the other cards, the project cards, this big deck. Make sure you've removed each card that shows this little red icon at the bottom. Take all of those out. The rest of these cards can get a good shuffle, and then you deal 10 cards face down to each player. The rest of this deck stays on the table next to the game board. Everything you need is out, and now it's time to make a choice. When you've looked at all your cards, choose which of these 2 corporation cards you want to keep. I'll take this one, so the other one goes back in the box. The one I've kept can be opened on the table, so the other players can see it. It says I can take this much money from the supply as my wealth at the start of the game. Every player now takes everything that is written on the card they chose. Just read what it says and follow the instructions. And now comes the last part. Choosing which of these 10 projects cards I want to keep. because every player gets 10 of these, but for every card that you want to keep, you have to pay 3 money. For example, I've read all my cards and decided to keep these 4 cards in my hand. The rest goes face down on the discard pile, and I pay 12 money to the supply for keeping these 4 cards. They cost 3 money per card. You are allowed to keep all 10 cards if you want, but that costs you 30 money, and you're going to need some money to actually play these cards from your hand, so don't overspend. But now you're done. This is how you set up Terraforming Mars. Pick a first player, that person gets this token, and now you can start the first round. If you'd like to know how that goes, follow me to the tutorial. Thank you for watching, feel free to leave a comment, and see you for the next one.